All right. I am planting inoculated truffle trees that we got from Oregon. So in the bottom of this pot, I put just a bunch of grass and weeds in order to take up some of the base. By the time the roots are down, that will have disintegrated. Then I'm putting in rotted shavings from Tractor Supply that my son had used as bedding for some of his animals. It's been sitting out for several years. And here is one of the truffle trees. They came packaged in a plastic bag, wrapped in paper towel with some rubber bands around it. This one is a black burgundy truffle, and they have very compacted soil around them, but I'm not touching it because those roots are inoculated. I'm making a depression in the middle, and now I'm adding potting soil and peat moss. The point of the weeds in the bottom of the pot and all the composted shavings is to save on potting soil and peat moss. When I get all 10 trees planted, I will be watering these in since rain is not imminent, unfortunately, here in California. I already have one done here. This is my second one. Seem to have misplaced the label when I went in to get the iPad to film, but here it is. And it says burgundy truffle. I'm putting this on loosely so it doesn't girdle the tree as it grows. And now I'm going to go get another pot and another tree. So, this one is a nice branched one. Taking out an old label. These shavings were loaded with red ants when I went to get them. But then I went to work on my Instagram account because my daughter called to help me for the Kuni pigs that I listed on Craigslist today. And while I was gone, the ants all left, which was very nice. Okay, so they come like this with 2 rubber bands. The label holding the top shut so that the moisture stays in. Now, this is temporary planting, believe you me. I took them up to the new property And we have a gopher problem. I got IBC totes that I may be planting them in. We may put them in the ground. We may do some of each. When they come out, they've got moss growing on them like this, and I'm hoping truffle spores. So because of the gopher problem, and because there wasn't deer fencing up yet, where the IBC totes would solve that, because I didn't have enough soil to put in IBC totes. They're 4 by 4 by 4 basically. And my sister will be coming to help in a week or two. I thought I would temporarily do this and get these trees out of their bags and get them watered. The way they're packed, they're set to stay in here for a while, as long as they're dormant. But we're getting so warm here in California. In a few days, it's supposed to be 70. So I don't think they'll be dormant for long. So I know you can't really see here, but I just made a depression, and then for most of the length of what was the rooted part, I'm adding potting soil and peat moss. Which, by the way, I've got this iPad on a pot propped up with a hunk of peat moss. I almost grabbed it a minute ago and realized, no, that's holding up the iPad at the right level, hopefully. I can't tell, since I have no one here to help me film. And I'm assuming the water is going to bring that all down a little bit. So that is tree number 3. And we're going to go do tree 4. I have a low battery, so I don't know how long this is going to last. So the black truffle trees all came, or burgundy truffle trees all came individually packaged because they're so large. But the white truffles I've got, all 5 trees are in one little bit larger bag. Well, this is a nice bonus. Hardware cloth. This will help with the gophers, right? Underneath all these weeds. This will get taken in the next load to the new property. So, you can get truffles on oak trees, you can get them on a couple of other kinds of trees, or on hazelnuts. But I happen to really like hazelnuts, so I thought that would be a good option. Have hazelnuts along with truffles, or if we never get any truffles, we'll at least have some hazelnuts. Is this called weeding with a purpose? I tell you, the grass around here grows so prolifically in the spring. In the summer, unfortunately, we're